Hello once again and welcome fellow gaming fans, this is Small Archangel. Thank you for joining me for this week's episode of Animallica. We've got a random plant growing in the middle of our farmyard here. Oh, and some rope has respawned as well. This does happen, stuff respawns, which I'm all in favour of, quite frankly. It means I don't have to go quite so far afield, though I am still very much looking forward to the farming update, which will allow me to use our nice greenhouses over here to grow some more, well, ingredients for our potions, really, because we really... it is very difficult. Oh, knapweed. That might be one of them, I think, if I remember rightly. It is very difficult to find all of the ingredients that we need. I particularly struggle to find Lactaria. And there may be some somewhere on this island. But I'm not sure. Anyway, we will have a bit of a look around today because... Oh, it looks so woebegone, doesn't it, this greyhound? I'm sure it's not got that many reasons to feel sorry for itself. But there you go, and so does the other one. That's just the way that they walk. These two are in for a collision. Look at that. Zero AI on these things, really. There's none. Okay, so here we go with the farm. Now, if you watched the last episode, you'll know that we had just crafted ourselves a suspended shack. Now I've got some various bits of stuff that I'm going to put away here so that we're nice and empty well, we've got as much inventory space capacity as possible, frankly. I've got some empty bottles which I ought to use fill up, but look at this, we've now got 88 purified water. We're not going to die of thirst anytime soon. We've also got quite a stack of food, which is great because goodness knows we need it, although she doesn't seem to go through it quite as quick as she used to. We've also got armor slots here that, I mean, this is just some clothes. Presumably these are armor slots, or maybe they're equipment slots, I'm not sure. But you can make armor in this game, and it would be wonderful to know how exactly we go about doing that. So first and foremost, I'm going to put some stuff away, if I can get past my tiger there. Get out of the way, Blue. So, as I was saying, we've got our suspended shack, which I'm going to put in my hotbar, actually. I'm going to put it in number 7 right there. I need to remember when I use my bow, and we've got a recurve bow here, which is better than the other two that we had, which we've now put away. Oh, and the other thing I was going to do, and somebody advised me to do this, and I can't remember who it was who said this, actually, so apologies, but we've got a single-handed sword there, and obviously the damage is not as great, but it's faster, and from that point of view, it might be better to use than the two-hander. Let me just see if I can... Oh, that is the two-hander. There we go. Because it's got a faster attack speed. So we are going to try out... Ha-ha! Ha-ha! Yeah, it looks like a bit of a Zorro maneuver, doesn't it? It's got a very fancy little... hand guard there. Looks like a fencing sword, so I'm not sure. It's not got great damage, and maybe we're going to be able to arm ourselves with a better sword than that in the future. But I thought we'd start out by checking out, and I've made a carpentry place, workshop, and we've made a blacksmith here. And I know my blacksmith, I can make some enchantments for items, but I'm not sure. What I'm not sure of is we can make some metal tools. Now we've got metal tools, so we're not too bothered about that. We have them all. We have all of these things now. We found them. We can also make ingots, but presumably we need ores for those. Now we haven't found any ores as yet. And steel plates, and these are crafting components for making other things. And we can make nuts and nails and bolts and all of that good stuff. Props, cauldron. Okay, large metal pot, cooking pot used for boiling. Okay, these are enchantments, so we can't actually. We need a compound bow to actually enchant it. We have a compound bow, but the bow we have here is a recurve bow. So let's see if we can enchant a recurve bow, and if so, what we can actually enchant it with. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like it. It looks like just a crossbow. We can use the compound bow rather for that. So let's have a little look. What we need for a +1 compound bow. We need the compound bow and a green shard and titanium dust. Now we found the odd enchantment around the place, but not that much yet. And we should probably place a chest in here and put all the enchanting materials we found so far in it, and we should keep them in there. Now, I have a feeling I've put them in here for the moment. Enchant, that's enchanting. Azure Shard, that is for enchanting as well. And I don't think... Oh, alchemy. That is an elemental essence used in alchemy. Okay, so that is not an enchantment, and I don't think any of these are either. Whoa! I suddenly ended up on top of a cow, which is not exactly where I wanted to be. Okay, so we're going to make ourselves a chest. Oh, hello. Okay, here we go. We've got ourselves a wooden chest. Hopefully this will be large enough to hold enchantments, which we're going to have to look out for as we go around all of the various areas. We've got plenty of space in here for chests, actually, so I'm going to be able to place more in if I really want at some point as well. Now, is this the front of the chest? Yes, it is. So maybe I'll just kind of line them up. Let's look at that. I can kind of actually clip them through those shelves as well. It's a shame I can't really use those shelves, isn't it? There, I think that's straight. And we'll just put that here, because that way, if we want to put some more in there, we can do so. And then we'll put our enchantments, which are... We haven't got many of them. We've got an azure shard and a green shard. And I have a feeling that we had green shard for our enchanted crossbow. Here we go. Compound bow, I beg your pardon. And that needs green shard and titanium dust. So we need titanium dust from somewhere. And maybe if we find some titanium... I don't know. Titanium ingots. I don't know. Titanium dust. Components. Titanium dust. Right. So we should be able to mine titanium dust from somewhere. Perhaps one of the biomes, one of the areas that we can access via our balloon, will allow us to do that. I'm not entirely sure. But what I want to do now, I want to explore this island properly. Now, we haven't really done this so far. We haven't really gone very far on the land-based island. And now that we're armed with our suspended shack, I feel like this is a good time to really truly check this out. So let's get this horsey moving. There we go. And then we'll shut that gate because I don't want all of our creatures getting out. I still haven't worked out quite how we make armor, but maybe we need a special crafting station. Maybe we need an advanced crafting station for that. I will look into that. There is a deer over there. There's a collapsed bridge here. Now, various people have said, you know, that there's some decent loot worth having somewhere near the collapsed bridge, like that island over there, quite possibly. So I should probably check that out. Let's just see if we can get my horse to go over there. There's a boat there. I think we've been this way before, but I didn't go over to that island there, so maybe I should. I'm not quite sure how to get there. Let's just leave our horse here. We've got, in any case, a way of finding it, because there's a little horseshoe. Can I swim without dying? This is the question. Yes, I can. That is the answer. Now, I can't even swim faster. I find it's quite difficult to stay above the water in this game, so therefore it kind of really sparks my fear of drowning. Oh no, I'm sinking! Come on. Oh, there we go. And we're all wet. Alright, let's see. Is there anything here? Can we even get up here? Yes, we can. How very pretty. Natural enrichment. Oh, that's very pretty. Yes, I want to have an azalea bush as a bit of a decorative element. Now, I'm not anticipating anything dangerous here. Perhaps I should be. But it doesn't look like a dangerous kind of place. Oh, look, a chest. What is in this? Ooh. Oh, what is that? That is a crossbow. I keep saying crossbow. Well, there's a crossbow. Now, that's some sort of... You see, this disappears off the top of the screen, so I can't actually see. Attack damage 30. Attack damage 30. Ah! They're the same, right? But speed 1 and speed 1. Okay, so what's to say between these two, really? I don't know how to compare those. Right, I'm going to take all of that stuff, because quite honestly, it's good. What is this? Fire axe, used to cut down dead trees, damage 12, damage 7. Hello, that's even better than the one we have. That is brilliant. Let me just swap those over, that's great. And then this crossbow, if I try and compare the stats here, damage 30, attack speed 1, and that's exactly completely the same. So I'm not sure that there's much to tell there, really, is there? So, and then purified water, well, we've got more than 100 of those now, so that's fabulous. But yeah, crossbow, okay, right. But I think crossbows Requires arrows, yes. I think they just use the same arrows at the moment as normal bows do, but that might change with further updates, possibly. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's the treasure that we came here to find. So let's go back and find our horse, and we'll see if we can find any mineable nodes, because we know that there are, but they're not all rock. And we need titanium dust to be able to upgrade a crossbow. With an enchantment and various other things as well, so we should probably pay a little bit more attention to the mining mechanics in this game now. But I find that there's so much content actually that it could be quite difficult to try and cover everything. There's so much to explore and so many things that we can craft and build, and so little time to do it. Whew, okay, here we are back at the horse, and I'm just gonna take a snack here and replenish my water supply as well. There we go. And then we've been in that direction already, so I think we'll get on the horse. I don't know how many hours of daylight are still remaining, but we're going to head off and explore this island. I'm not sure whether we should go around the outside of it first or whether we should. I don't know. We haven't really been this way, so let's just break out in this kind of general direction. There are deer around. I can see them. I just want to grab this marigold because I know that's on our list of plants that we need. And I think we're going to run out of daylight before too much longer, so I'm not going to go, as I say, too far afield. There's a gravestone there, which is a little intriguing. I feel like I possibly ought to look at it. No, that's not going to tell me anything. Okay, well, we know in this game an awful lot of people have died of the plague, and we're just going to look out for any mineable resource. Ah, there we go. There's a creature nest right there that we could use our new suspended shack rather than trying to use these rocks to climb on, which has limited success, shall we say, and they look quite big animals as well. But I feel like I ought to wait until tomorrow because it is definitely getting dusky now. So we should probably just have a bit of a look up this hill. There's a boar there. I think we've got a boar or we've got a pair of them. I'm not entirely sure, so I'm not sure if we really need to hunt that. But I'm just going to go up to the top of the hill. There's another nest over there and another nest there. There's quite a lot of nests actually. And we can see that this is actually a pretty big island. We get a good view from here. There's our base. And presumably all of the enclosures are within that as well. But the island does extend out quite a long way in all directions. And we've got plenty of nests that we're going to be able to do, sort of check out our sort of new strategy with. But for now, I think it's time to return to base because it's starting to get pretty dark. So I'll sleep the night away, and then we will test out some of our new combat strategy in the morning, because I'd really quite like to get this island safe and secure and nest free. What is this? I think that's just an azalea or some such thing. Yeah, we need those for our list anyway, so we'll grab that. And then we'll head back on into the land base. Oh, horses don't like steps. I forgot. Sorry, horse. Sorry, Chrome. And we have to get off in order to open the gate, which is quite realistic, really. There we go. She does take quite a long time to get on and off horses, which is a little bit annoying, but at the same time it is worth taking a horse because you can move faster and you can also you just save your own stamina that way, so it just makes sense to do so. I might just put some of this stuff away as well, and then I'm going to sleep the night away, and I will see you guys in the morning when we'll go do some fighting. Good morning. It is the next day, and I'm just gonna, while I'm here, I'm just gonna check out crafting stations. Let's see, materials, containers, crafting stations. Where are you? To see if we've got a clue as to a crafting station that we can actually craft armor in. So let's just see what we have here. Campfire, obviously, cooking pot, basic workshop, advanced workshop. So tell us anything about that. It does not really. Blacksmith, we have a stonemasonry. Well, that's going to be making stone structures, surely. A carpentry, we have tannery, weaving hut, kitchen, garden shed, Asian themed workshop. Well, these ones are going to be for making certain themed items. Art station, fairly obvious. Alchemy tower, well, that's for doing alchemy. Well, that's for getting water out of. Water well, bamboo fountain, water pump. Okay, so none of that really tells me ever so much, does it? So yeah, I'm gonna have to look into that, I think, to see how it is we actually get ourselves some armor, because I'm not entirely sure. But I did just see a sleeping bag. Now that would be useful, wouldn't it? Wool, cloth. I'm not sure, do we have any wool? I think we probably do. Wool. Do we have some cloth as well? Yes, we do. So making one of those and carrying that around would be a good thing, wouldn't it? So let's just see if we can do that. There we go. Craft, just the one will do, thank you. There we go. And yeah, that's going to be a really good thing to carry around with us, because it's going to enable us to put it down very easily and pick it up very easily. And it's better, you know, than having a bed, and we can sleep anywhere then. Now, where do we leave the horse? There it is. She, he, it. Okay, here we go. So we'll set off in this direction this time. We've got a path going in this direction, which is kind of drawing me in to this direction. We've got, I think, there, if I remember rightly, there is some sort of a nest out in this direction, but I can't quite remember. And I'm looking out for sort of mineable rocks and what have you at the same time. Now, this to me looks like it might be clay or just stone, but it's difficult to tell unless we try. So let's just give this a bash or two. Okay, watching my progress bar, so I know. Coal! There you go, you see, we got some coal, so that's fabulous. So, got to be watching out for those. There are some all over the place, no doubt. Have we got any nests around here? We did shift one from around here. That looks like timber to me. What is that? I think that's a fox that just ran away from me there. We have a fox, or a pair of them even. We just haven't got anything to tame her with just now. And there are some deer around here as well. But I think we shifted the nest that was here. So let's carry on around the outside. Let's go in this direction. I'll just have to watch the horse's stamina a bit, but their horse has a whole heap load more stamina than I do. Now that just looks like ordinary stone. And we have plenty of that. Let's see where this goes. Is this all enclosed? There's a deer of some description there. We probably ought to look out for another stag, actually, considering our stag, the last time we checked, seemed to have completely mysteriously vanished. This is a nice little wooded grove, but I think it's all enclosed within our base. So we're going to have to turn around and go back out again. It's beautiful, actually. That's a really nice place for us to keep some sort of creatures. Now this is a very sharp, pointy looking rock. I wonder what that is. If it's mineable, looks like it. Yes, it is. And what it actually is. It's an alabaster or marble of some description. It certainly looks like it. Iron ore, small stone, large stone, and sharp stone. Okay, so that basically had some iron ore in it. Okay, so gradually I will learn what all of these things look like. And then we'll know how we're... oh, am I going to have to make my horse swim here? Then we'll know what we're looking for. There's another archway through there, so we probably ought to go through and check it out, but a little cautiously, just in case there's anything aggro on this side. Ah, here we go. Perfect. Right, so there's lots of level ground here to do this. I'm just going to put my horse somewhere where they can't own it, because I'm assuming that's our enclosure's just in there. So I'm going to assume that if they could, they'd probably kill my horse as well. So I'm going to leave Chrome here. You stay there, it's a good horse. And in the meantime, I probably want my crossbow, because I have changed to crossbow. Look at that, high tech or what. Let's just get Q and just make sure. Now that's standard arrows. Electric arrows we don't have any of. Tranks we don't want. And fire arrows. Fire arrows. I've already got 10 fire arrows. There must be some way of crafting fire arrows. It would be great to find out. Let's just turn this so it's got the ladder towards the mob, actually. Towards the mobs, because we probably want to be able to get on it pronto, don't we? There we go. Let's place that. Now, what we want to do probably is attract. Oh, look. Now that is something that wasn't clear, but that scope is ace. Whoa! Get up the ladder! Nice. Now, can I shoot him from here? He's begged off. That's cheating. He's coming back though. I don't think I need my scope for that, do I? What are you doing, pal? Oh wow, look at him. Maybe this is his attack pattern. Can I shoot him from over there? This is not even a bigger one. Some of them are... Hey, nice! Okay, now we don't loot. We just shoot. Has this got a really good... Wow, look at the range on this thing. This is ace. I'm loving this bow. Okay, and hopefully... Oh, I missed him. That was a rubbish shot. Gotcha, pal. This is brilliant. Arrow, collect. Yes, we'll have that arrow that I shot into my own base like a fool. This is great. This is working really well. It might take a while. Hey, but it's got to be much more effective. Now, can I reach that one over there? Because he's a mile off. Yes! Oh, well, either that or I'm not sure. He's just randomly attacking I don't know what. Actually, I'm not sure if I did reach him. I think maybe I did. Let's try again. Okay, he acts like he's hit before I've even shot. Wow, the range on this thing is vastly overpowered. Which I like, quite honestly. He's run off. Hey! They're all down! This is epic! Okay, here we go. This is boss. Right, here we go. So, we want our pickaxe now. And hopefully nothing should come out of this while I'm destroying it, because the bodies of these four are still here. And I can see my progress bar going down. And with my steel pickaxe, it's done. It's gone. Alright, now, do we have any arrows to pick out before we loot this guy? Just the one. So we're going to lose some arrows. We're going to need to make some arrows as we go. Arrows. Do you have any arrows sticking out of you, or have they despawned by this point? Looks like they've gone, which is a shame. So that is the downside of having to shoot all the mobs and kill all the mobs first, is that you might lose your arrows because they're not necessarily going to stay there. They tend to despawn. So we've lost our arrows, but we'll have to make some more, basically. But otherwise, that worked really, really well. And I'm not quite sure what I'm looting from these creatures. Let's take a look. Well, Hellhound heads, corrupted hearts, which I think they, yeah, they've got a gold coin value, so we can sell them to traders, or we can just stick them in our recycle bins. And then we've got lots of sort of animal products there as well. So that is brilliant. Right, now we need our mall so that we can take our shack back down again. Nice, and that should be back in my inventory. There it is, lovely. So let's stick that back in slot number 7 and get back to the horse. Well, that was a resounding success. So I'm feeling pretty pleased with myself now. That's pretty good. Although really, you know, congrats to those who told me, you know, how to go about this. There's another one over here. We can deal with that as well. I'm not quite sure what that strange arch in the sky is. That looks like some sort of dome. Is that intended or is that a bug? Because that looks quite bizarre actually. But this plane is really quite flat. Oh, now there's something that we want. We need this. Yep, glowing mushroom. We need that. But I think we could consider ourselves to have done a really good day's work if we do this. Now, with this crossbow, I don't even need to risk my hide by going anywhere near these things. Look at this. I could even pitch this thing in the middle of wherever overnight and sleep in it with my sleeping bag, can't I? It's fantastic. It's amazing. Let me just see how many arrows we actually have. We have 160. Well, we're going to get through them, so I'm going to need to make some more. Look at that. He's sleeping. It's almost a shame, isn't it, to shoot him in the face when he's asleep, but what can I do? Oh, these poor creatures, they didn't even know what had hit them. They didn't honestly even know where the arrows were coming from, the more distant ones. It's crazy how far away I can shoot them from, really. Crazy. So, I'm going to see if there's any arrows left in these to take. I don't think there is. I think I'm out of luck on that. But we've... Oh, don't loot them. Don't loot them. Destroy this first. Destroy this first. Okay, so... here we go. This is a big nest. This one's even bigger than the last. So it might have a bit more durability and take a little bit more time to get through it. But I can relax a bit once we've done that. There we go. Gone! Nice. Alright, so I think I'm going to take a well-deserved snack now. There we are. And then we should probably loot these. There we go. And I'm sure there's plenty more nests on this island as well now. And in other zones as well. But now we've got this. I think once we've got armour and we've perhaps got our weapons upgrades and things, we won't need to resort to this slightly cheesy tactic. But for the moment, we absolutely do. We're pretty much running around in a bra and knickers with, you know, even my crossbow isn't that... you know, it's not exactly high powered, so and these beasts really are, and there's loads of them as well at these larger nests. So I think it is a very good idea for us really to use the suspended shack for the moment. And I for one do not feel like I'm cheesing it that much. Right, I don't really want to be pointing that at my horse, but I think we've probably got enough stuff now to kind of head back to land base. Yeah, as I say, I will be doing a bit of research, I think, to try and find out how exactly we go about making armor, because that would be really useful, that to know, to be able to kind of make our character a bit more robust and a bit stronger. And also I'd quite like to know what that is up there, because I've never followed that. That skyway goes a long way, and there's a door up there. and I don't know where it leads, and it would be nice to know where it leads, wouldn't it? So I think we're going to have to look into that as well. Well, here we are back again. Came back in the rear entrance this time, but yeah, so we've got for our trouble quite a lot of hellhound heads, corrupted hearts, which we can get some more gold coins for. I'm not sure how many gold coins we've got at the moment, actually, because I would have thought that we'd have them. Are we keeping them in here? Silver coin. Okay, we have no coins whatsoever, so that's a bit interesting. I'm not quite sure what's happened to our coins, because we have sold some things, and I'm not sure if we managed to get anything for them, really. Have I put them away somewhere random? I don't think so, but somehow I haven't managed to get any money unless it was the silver coins that I actually got, which is entirely possible. But let's just check that out before we do anything else. Before we end this episode, we're going to go in here and we're going to see if we can get these in the recycling bins and see if we can recoup them for gold coins. Let's just see. Or maybe 1 gold, 21 gold. Okay, so those ones, their total value 1, yes, and those ones, there we go. So that is about right, isn't it? The purple, black, disgusting slime. Yeah, well, we probably don't want to keep that for any particular reason. Oh, look, that's 100 gold coins. Okay, so we'll sell that. And item added 31 gold. But the gold does not, it just stacks up here. It's not an actual item. So we've got 899 gold. Okay, well, that's worth knowing that we don't have an actual item in our inventory to reflect the gold. We just, it's just sort of stacks up, so it doesn't take up inventory space, in other words, which is great, which is exactly what we want. Okay, we've probably got some empty bottles that we can fill here. Well, just the one, I think. There we go. And other than that, I have plenty of food on me. So that was a good day's work, I feel. So I think probably in the next episode what we'll do, maybe we'll go along the skyway up there and we'll check out what is on the other end of it, because there's a door that looks quite high-tech, like our lab door there, and I think it's high time we knew what that actually was, because I'd forgotten about that skyway and where it led to. So we'll check that out, and then maybe we'll head off to another one of the biomes, and obviously we've got all our kind of good kit with us here. We've got some wild seeds available for a certain trader. Okay, so valuable for a certain trader. So we'll have to find the right trader to sell those to. Maybe a Corpse Harbour or something. But we've got a sleeping bag, we've got medication, we've got food and water, we've got our suspended shack, which will always provide us with a safe place to sleep the night away if we need to as well. And so, yeah, we're all set for further adventure, I think, and we've got some halfway decent weapons and tools now, though I think we could probably improve on those as well. So I hope you'll join me for next week's adventure, and in the meantime I hope you enjoyed this one. If you have, don't forget to let me know by clicking on that like button, and feel free to keep your comments coming. Do let me know if you've played this game yourself, share your gameplay experiences, but also give me your hints and tips as well. Am I standing on top of an animal again? Yes, I was. Yeah, because they have proved very, very valuable to me. This game has a pretty steep learning curve, I find, and as such, it is helpful to have people point stuff out to me that would take me a while to discover for myself. Okay, guys, so until the next episode, keep gaming, keep surviving, and stay happy. Bye-bye for now.